point.
It was a great point, actually. Hey, great Wednesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. Nice and cool.
The other day, I was walking around the library at work, walk around going, "It's a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville." And my friends were like, "What is wrong
What
with
are you
you?" I'm
drinking?
like, "It's stuck in my head now.
It was
Dang
stupid.
it."
I tell you because I literally I went to I go to the Brownsville coffee shop every morning, and the owner, she's well known in the city of Brownsville. She's an icon in the city of Brownsville, and I walk in, she goes, "Good morning, good morning, good morning." I'm like, "You watch the show,"
Yeah,
but she's
yeah.
connected, so yeah, I'm sure she does. And it's just it's catchy. I don't know where the hell I get that kind of crap.
I don't know either.
It just pops in
Okay,
my head.
so I might not make it the full hour because
Hour
what
and a
I
half.
think, huh?
Hour and a half.
Oh yeah, it's always an hour and a half when I'm on here. When Sam and I are on here, I
That's a
think
trend.
I have a kidney stone. That's why I've been out. I've been home for 3 days now.
Let's see nice.
And one, I don't think I'll last an hour sitting in this chair. And two, I've been drinking so much water. I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break. So I don't think I'll make it the hour. Just so you know.
That happens. That
You can
happens.
always, you can always like mute it. Just don't
I
take the camera with you.
Yeah, we don't have to hear the swish.
No, I've seen those mistakes people do. Thank you. But no. No, that would be you at Erasmo. We've seen it.
It's true. I mean, it's been twice in the mornings that I have to go like, intern, take over. I got to go to the restroom.
Hmm.
And it's those mornings that I sort of start to think like, maybe I should start thinking about Depends. Imagine like being here like,
You're gonna be like that. What was it? Stop it. Suddenly a look of calm. What was it? That astronaut woman that went to chase the guy from was in love with some guy. Wasn't that a story? And she drove from Houston to New York City. I know it's a Law and Order episode also, but I think it was based on true story. And she wore Depends so she would not have to stop. She was in such a hurry to get to New York City to chase this guy. You guys don't remember that story?
before our time. We're too young.
Not
It
even.
sounds like a special victims unit episode.
Yeah.
What?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Good evening, Chief
No.
Aggie. Good evening, good evening, good evening. El Gallo de Joe. I miss you, Gallo. Good evening, Bethany. Good evening, Hermosa, Bethany. Don't worry, Maggie. That's what often doesn't make the whole hour either. Well, it's trippy because recently, I mean, I don't know. I think you've been on, but sometimes, Maggie, it's just like I'm literally like sitting here falling asleep, and I'm going like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh, my Lord." Actually, it's kind of funny because a friend of ours, Maggie, actually has come to the office and is out there like talking a whole big old sermon to me, and
I
I'm
know.
I've literally fallen asleep.
See, this is Erasmo was making fun of me right now because I was telling him about somebody I follow on Instagram. He's like, "You've already told me, and I think you're losing it because you've already told me this, and
Three
you
times.
blah, blah, blah." Okay, this story you've already told me 3 times.
3 times.
3 times already. Also, you fell asleep. They took a picture of you. They posted it on internet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of trippy because I'm out here like in the mornings, like when y'all abandon me completely, and I'm here like going on my spiel, and I'm thinking inside my head like, I think I already said this.
Always. Always.
I think that's quite one of the things that a lot of people say. Like I've heard some people like, "Hey, that's why it's good." A lot of times, y'all you tend to repeat a lot of stuff that you say. Go like, "Well, it's happening every day." I'm still falling asleep.
Yeah. Comment.
We don't have that many comments. I don't know what's going on. I remember it happened about 2 years ago. She was the mistress.
Yes.
You know what? I'm surprised. El Gallo de Joe Valdez knows everything.
It's
You
very
know?
knowledgeable, right? On
Yes.
world news.
Yeah, on everything. And
Well,
he always comes out with this little like, "Oh yeah," and I'm going like, "How the hell does this person know?" I was gonna say, "How the hell does this guy know?"
Why
But
does he know and I don't?
yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be
He's
that
not on Facebook the whole day, bro.
I am not on Facebook all day. As crazy as it may sound.
You just have it in the background.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What
I know
happened?
you have it posted on the background.
what happens is that my watch now, it just bzz, bzz, bzz. So it just tells me when I have messages all over the place, which is a good thing because I usually mute my phone because I don't want to hear from people.
I know.
Mm. Erasmo, lately you have morning sickness. Why? Will there be a ninth month of surprise?
You've been sick in the mornings. You've been craving something.
It wouldn't be for lack of trying.
Yeah, it would be. You were saying that the other day.
What?
Lack of trying.
Well, it wouldn't be for lack of trying because we sure as hell been trying and trying and trying.
No, you
Maggie,
haven't. You had this long conversation. I watch you. Where's Peppermint Patty? I watch you entirely too much. You had this whole long thing about uh now I
uh,
can't think of the word.
uh, she
Relationships and intimacy and connections. See? So it would be because of lack of trying.
no, but you missed the joke, Maggie.
Or it wouldn't be because of lack of trying.
What I was
And
trying. Okay, let me break this down joke for you, Maggie, so that you, with your doctor's degree, could understand.
okay,
Royal is
first,
saying, Royal is saying that maybe in 9 months,
yes,
you're going to be pregnant, and I'm
yes,
going like, well, it wouldn't be for a lack of not doing it.
right. And I'm saying it's because of, never mind.
Oh my gosh!
I
Sam,
give
did you get it
up.
or no?
I got myself confused. Move on.
Sam, did you get it or no?
Yes, I do.
He gets it regularly. He's got 5 kids. Now that's not for
And
like
don't forget about February 14th,
February
early
14th,
elections.
Valentine's. Oh, early.
I was gonna say, send yourself some flowers.
The only person that's gonna send me flowers. I will be in Brownsville, folks, in case anybody wants to send me anything.
Oh, I know you're gonna start getting cupcakes and candies.
Oh, I got some cornbread today.
From who?
Regular cornbread or
Pandelote?
the jalapeno?
No, I got
Pandelote? Like pandelote or
cornbread.
from where? HEB or someone made?
No, someone made.
Is
Pandelotes.
it like the traditional cornbread or the sweet
No,
cornbread?
no, it's not sweet, sweet. It's a little bit sweet, not too sweet. This thing
Okay.
is delicious. I mean, I
Because
just
to me, pandelote has like a lot of the corn
yeah, yeah,
nuggets still in it. And cornbread is more like bread, more
yeah,
like a cake.
because it's got cornmeal. This is
Yes.
pan de lote.
Okay, thank
This
you. That's what I
this
wanted to
stuff
know.
with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, yum.
Oh,
It's like a corn Fredo casserole.
okay. Yeah.
No, it's not
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
corn fritter casserole.
Yeah, it's like that soft and sweet cornbread.
I got your soft and sweet right here.
Isn't that from
Okay,
Greece?
it's always soft. Oh, excuse me. Good evening, Maggie, Samantha. Why is everyone joining on the peppermint patty train?
Bandwagon? Because it's a good one. Because you pick on everybody else.
Because
Come
you
on.
make jokes.
Free spin.
Because you break down jokes.
Maggie, let me explain.
First.
Good evening, Armando, Mama, and good evening. It's not every day an astronaut gets arrested wearing depends.
You're gonna have to look this story up.
I'm going crazy now. Erasmo, I mute my phone because I don't want to hear from people. Also, Erasmo, if you have snacks,
I love Snoopy.
that sums it
You're,
up.
you're
100%.
hilarious, Snoopy.
He is saving himself for after marriage. Let me tell you, I'd still be a disappointment after marriage. Bigger disappointment, to be honest with you. Good evening, Belinda Barrera, hermosa Belinda. Maggie, the other night when you said that students needing to be heard by their teacher at times because they have no one, I get what you were trying to say. I don't think it's indoctrination.
Yeah, I was listening to something on Facebook today, or I was reading. I don't remember if I was watching a video or reading something, and it was talking about teachers indoctrinating students, and I'm like, I don't know why like that's the word to use right now. I
It's a
don't think
popular
teachers.
word that they're using.
Yeah, it's like what's the other one where they shush people up the that it used to be
Silence,
huh?
silence.
No, when you boycott someone, you used to call it boycotting. Now they call it when you cut someone out completely. What is it called now? I can't think of it.
Block.
No, I'll think of it in a minute. Someone will think of it in a minute.
A New York minute.
Blocking somebody.
Cancel. Thank you. Cancel
Cancel
culture.
culture.
It's just we used to boycott.
Or you should have been here the other night when we were talking about indoctrination.
She
I was
was.
No, no, not that night.
the other night.
The other night. She
Yeah, I
wasn't
said
on when we had that conversation, Sam.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
no, I
Because
was
it
in the
was a show where she was in the whole between her and Roman, and
yeah,
then there was another one where it was like Roman and myself, where he was talking about it. But I
yeah,
understand.
Well, I think Sam still confuses you with Roman.
yes.
No,
And then
because I am correct because she was talking about indoctrination with Roman,
for 45 minutes that you
No,
were
but that's
annoyed.
and she
But
was
then
saying no
but,
that there's no indoctrination, and
but
Roman's
that's
like,
not what we're
yeah,
talking. I mean, I was referring to the
you're talking
hot
about
one.
the night I didn't come
look,
on
let me break
and
it down. I know both of
okay, go.
them.
But if you have a copete,
That's
It's
part
because
of
she
the
was
show, right?
this guy Roman was confusing like transgender people with drag queens. I'm like, you can be more I guess conservative transgender, not conservative in the way of like ideas, but
what?
conservative as in, like not overexposing
Dressing.
drag queen with the
Mhm.
purple eyeshadow and all that stuff.
Even what's her name? It's the Catherine Caitlyn Jenner. Conservative, ran as a Republican.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean, like that.
Yeah.
And there's actually a Facebook page. It's called Trans Army, something like that. I don't know if they're like army vets, but that's what they called, Trans Army
Yeah, I don't
or
care.
Army Trans, something
I
like
don't care
that.
what people wear. I don't care what people dress. I don't care if people want to change their sex. I don't care, and I don't think that anyone should be excluded from participating in anything that they want to do, whatever it is to be out there. I don't care.
Like if you don't want to have your kids be listening to that stuff of sexualizing them, just don't take them. Period. That's how you cancel it. That's how
How,
you boycott it.
however, on the opposite side, this is what I do love about America is everyone has a right to talk about their own point of view.
Oh yeah,
As much as
100%,
we don't agree with it, that's the beauty of the United States is
hundred
that we
percent.
can still be on the opposite extreme side, not
Try
be
doing that in North Korea.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, Maggie is way far left, and I'm very conservative, and I'm handsome. Totally
way
not far.
far left,
There you are.
maybe.
She's the AOC of Brownsville.
Yeah, no, 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 no. I'm nowhere. I thought I liked her for about a half a minute.
I don't like her. Maggie,
Yeah.
come to Talk Show Central RGV style.
Yes, but then you're gonna keep saying library the whole time, and then it's gonna drive me insane, and then I won't be able to do it.
Library.
Yeah.
I love cornbread as long as it has chili in it. Let me tell you, you're talking my language. I love a good bowl of chili, especially with cornbread. My gosh, now I'm getting single. Now I have cravings. Maybe I am ninth pregnant.
Mhm.
First trimester.
Thank you.
Cancer first trimester. Sam knows all about that. Why did she call you Aggie Maggie?
It was a typo.
She does a lot of those typos. Maggie, you truly brighten the show. Sam can't do it all on his.
Yes, he can. Sam's good. I like watching Sam.
I'm
And I remember seeing Sam the first few shows, and I was thinking, wow, Sam's like really kind of quiet. And then now he's in there. I
It's
like
because
watching.
like it sometimes it interrupts the conversation when someone's going in a row, and then when you interrupt it, you stop that train of thought.
I know, but I like having you on the show because you do a lot of research. I think that's why I like it because you do a lot of research. Okay, and totally off the subject, I have to
oh,
share my
strange.
tennis shoes.
Oh!
These awesome.
I love them. I want them.
They're well, they're unfortunately they're women's. I don't know that you care, but is it the brand I
How are
think
your
it's
women's?
Oh no, I thought it was Blowfish. It's restricted. PJ Maxx.
They're amazing.
But I've been wearing them and I'm in love with them.
I'm
I've been
wearing my
wearing them all day and I keep looking at them thinking those are pretty shoes I have on.
I'm wearing my Doc Martens.
I'm like so jealous.
They're amazing. But this is
I
the new one. So I'm barely working them in, but they're amazing. When Pepper and Patty put dampers, I thought I read Pampers. And when
Yeah,
I,
you did.
are we talking about me and my little restroom
Mhm.
breaks? Good evening, a Roman Frank.
And Anderson Cooper, I know. I don't know why some people have to be mean.
Trex Mendex.
Oh, wait, they said Frankie. Sorry. I didn't even think about that.
I'm the Frankie. You're the Roman.
I'm the Roman. Okay.
There has to be another name for Erasmo.
Right?
There could be only one.
We'll have to think of it.
That's my
Eso es
agree with you.
de El Gordo y la Flaca.
But who would be the gordo?
You, buddy.
And also, I agree with you when you say that teachers who are unhappy should probably find another job. I was watching teachers on the board meeting, and this super just wants to time to you talk, how long you talk. You know that I don't know if you saw that show that I went on following on at Maggie, but yeah,
Which show?
when I mentioned about the teachers, if guys, if you're that unhappy, just leave.
Oh, but the
Like having
second part
others going to the
also,
school districts.
these are two different things though, too,
Yes,
because when you're trying to do public comments, all you're getting is 2 minutes,
yeah,
three minutes,
it's
your
horrible.
time's up. Yeah. I agree. And go back to it real quick. Here's the thing, Snoopy, and I've been saying this for a little while on this show, but I've been reading about it a lot on social media. And and I've been wanting to get on the show to tell you, Erasmo, I don't think people are realizing how many teachers are so unhappy that they're getting out. And I think in a good 5 to 10 years, we're going to have a serious shortage of educators and nurses. Because I was watching, I think, 60 Minutes
Yeah,
or CBS in the morning, and they were talking about how, to begin with, the nursing programs are having less students go in, and how many of the nurses are getting tired and overworked. And so a lot of people are getting out. I follow some teaching Facebook groups. And a lot of people are very unhappy. And and I was surprised because I was thinking it's somebody who's old like me and tired and it's just done with it. But
super.
no, there's people who are going in there 3 years, people have been in it 15 years, people have been in it 30 years, and they're wanting out. And how
Okay,
many?
quick question.
Uh-huh.
If they were to do like an increase of pay, would
No,
that justify anything?
I don't
No,
think so. No. It's the level of appreciation and the being treated as a professional more than anything, I think. I mean, we all would like to get paid more. We all would like to have the reason why teachers want to get paid more is because we do so much, or maybe
Yeah.
not I, but they do so
Yeah.
much
No,
after
I thought
hours.
like I got a comment from I guess one of the kids that their teacher was saying like they'll probably get paid more if they work for HEB.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
Oh,
get
yeah.
paid 15, 18 bucks because
true.
teachers they
Yeah.
work like 12, 13
Because
hours.
when you figure out how many hours the teachers put in at the end of the day, in the evening, on the weekends, in the summer, and I used to, before I came on the show, if you go back to my Facebook page and you scroll back, not that you're going to do that, a few years ago, I mean, I would post on Thanksgiving week on Monday, stop it, wake up. I would post on Thanksgiving week that I was at work.
Yeah,
Or in the summer, my kid was, I always said, poor teachers' kids never get a summer off because teachers' kids always have to go to the classroom with the teacher, with their mom
Yeah,
to help them get the classroom ready. So
yeah. 'Cause I
it
know I get
doesn't,
messages on like Sundays, Sunday nights. I'm always getting messages from teachers. They're
yes.
like, this
Oh,
was gonna
yeah.
happen. I'm like, dude, take a break.
Yes. And I've had Angelica's teacher would call Miss Demery from
And then
Veterans.
Saturday academies too.
Miss Demery from Veterans is amazing. And she would call me at 9:45 on a Friday night, and I'm like, Miss Demery, please enjoy the weekend. Like, we can talk about this later on, but she'd be so concerned. And it's not that we're not getting paid enough; it's for the amount of hours you put in. Once you figure out per hour, the hourly wage doesn't come out to what you're supposed to be getting paid. If
not
that
even
makes
close.
any sense. I'm off my thank you. I'm off my soapbox.
Soapbox. No, but I mean, I completely agree. And one of the things that we were talking about the other night when you ditched us, Maggie, was that
Kidney
how
stone.
it was. Yeah, she ditched us.
Go
Well,
to the next comment so I can see your face, please.
oh
Thank you.
crap. When you ditched us the other night, was that look, I love teachers. I'm still out there fighting for teachers. Teachers need to start fighting for themselves, and I'm very proud that there's teachers going out there and speaking, at at the meeting, even if they're getting cut off. I'm waiting for the day that teachers are so pissed off that they're not going to accept the superintendent shushing them. They're not going to accept anyone trying to quiet them down at a board meeting. I
Well,
want
but they'll
I want
pull
them.
you out, won't they?
That doesn't matter. That's what I
Would,
want. I want them at that
wouldn't
point.
you think that they'll probably have like their group, the AOB, stand
Yeah.
up for them?
They
I don't know. I've been pulled off the stage by security guards. It's not that easy to keep hanging on to Luis Miguel when you're getting yanked off the stage.
Yeah.
So,
The last time I did that, let me tell you.
yeah. So, I mean, I thought about it. People have said, "Can I finish my thought? Can you let me finish what I'm saying?" But it makes
But
you, and I'm saying this because I've already done public comments.
part of the
It
problem,
made
I
me feel like no one's listening to me, or the person I want to listen to me is not listening to me because they kept telling me how much time I had left.
but look, one of the problems is, look, I have not seen as of yet, right now, and very limited, because I am a lot on social media. I've seen very limited individuals going out there and going out there and doing big old spiels in regards to, well, since they didn't let me finish my speech, this is what I was trying to say. I've yet to see one. And
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little bit more of that. I'd like to see a lot more individuals out there, you know, growing some and saying, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to stand up to them. I'm going to say
They
this
should
is
might as well
wrong.
just send you like their spiel, what they're meant to say, and then you just post it, and then just tag
But
BASD.
but that's one of the other things, because I don't know. I sometimes I freak out, and I'm always very like standoffish in regards to that, because I don't know if well, we don't want you sharing the story. Well, screw you. I have the largest platform here in the city of Brownsville. It would get I mean, it would get across a lot faster and to a great more number of individuals if it goes my way. But I still think that there's a lot of teachers out there that hate Erasmo Castro just because he's Erasmo Castro. And
Hmm.
that really is frustrating, because at the end of the day, I mean, you've got to pick a side. Either you're going to go with the loudmouth that's out there screaming and yelling, trying to fight for your rights, or you're going to go with the individuals that continuously keep on screwing you over.
But at
You've
some
got a
point, we
choice.
also have to behave like professionals. I mean, you're not going to sit there and go, "You're not getting me off this stage." You know what I
Why,
mean?
why not?
I don't know, because it's
Why
not who we
not?
are as a society.
Well, that's what they told Rosa Parks, when she decided to not get up from behind the bus.
Okay,
That's
well,
exactly what they told. You have to adhere to society, Rosa Parks. That's what they told all those individuals during the civil rights movement, that you have to get off that chair that is a white person's chair. You got to
so
stand for something.
okay, so during COVID, I felt to that point. I mean, Rosa Parks did it for a reason. I mean, the belief she had in that she had the equal right to sit there was enough for her to get arrested for.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't have anything enough for me to get arrested for at a board meeting to want to like stick it
Yeah,
through and like, I'm going to
but,
keep talking. You're going to listen
but
to
can
me.
you imagine the message that it would send? Because
Yeah.
it would be a huge message, not only to the district but to every parent out there, that, oh my god, look at how our teachers are being treated. Because according to what goes on, that's one of the reasons why they block comments on the BISD page. They still block comments on the BISD
Yeah.
page because they don't want to hear all those negative comments. They don't want a post to have a big old chunk of individuals saying, what the hell are you doing? I mean, it's wrong. By the way, AOB, has AOB gotten banned?
No.
I don't think so. Let's see, where was I? Shoot, I lost it. Where
What do
was
you mean you
we? Oh,
lost it?
here it is. Love them. I don't think I got it. Amazing Maggie, love you, Animo.
Thank you.
Oh, that's me. Hello, y'all from Texas. I was really hoping Frankie would be back with his show. Good morning, brother. Frankie, what happened to season 2? Uh, I wouldn't count on it, especially if you have your doctor degree like Maggie. Good evening.
I'm
Good
just kidding. I don't mean
evening.
it like that.
She did.
I don't.
What about the underdogs, cafeteria workers and
Yeah.
custodians? Again, no one. And look, someone with a doctorate degree out there or a master's degree needs to stand up because a lot of the folks, and again, I don't want this to sound weird, but a lot of
Or
our
even
folks,
parents, you know.
yeah, a lot of our folks at these levels, they don't have a doctor's degree, they don't have master's degree, yes, they don't have a bachelor's degree, and they are living paycheck to paycheck, which a lot of teachers are as well, but they have nothing to fall back on.
Mhm.
This is what this is one of the reasons why I would always visit my cafeteria workers and my custodians first, because they have no one, because at a drop of a pen, superintendent will get rid of the whole bunch and they'll have nowhere to go to. At least
Mhm.
with my professionals out there, with my professional staff, they could go out and teach somewhere else, and they're
Yeah.
still going to make maybe $5,000 less, but a lot less bullcrap at Jubilee or at Harmony or at Idea or at a private school. A lot of are the underdogs. A lot of the cafeteria workers and custodians do not have that luxury,
Yeah.
and that's who I want individuals to fight for. And again, that is the only reason why I would always go visit my staff, my classified staff, before even setting foot in the office. Bruce Jenner, the man on the Wheaties box, a man I looked up to him as a kid. Mental illness is real. Um,
Mm,
Let me tell you, mental illness is real. I'm
yes,
not.
but
I'm not
this
going to say.
isn't.
I'm not going to say that Bruce Jenner suffered from mental illness. He made a choice. He made a choice to live the way that he wanted to live, the way that he felt he should live. And this is America. You have that right to pursue happiness in whichever way, which form you choose, as long as it doesn't interfere with my rights, which it doesn't. Bruce Jenner could wear a tutu out in public, and I'd be supportive.
I don't know about that, but
Well,
I would.
it depends on the color of the
Well,
tutu.
yeah.
When we had our delayed start 2 weeks ago because of the cold weather, our administration decided it was the perfect time to do mass walkthroughs. It's things like that that may be considered a career change. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because they're so inconsiderate. It's like, and again, it goes back to all the failed decisions that a lot of the local leaders make here in the city of Brownsville. Their timing is horrible,
Mhm.
horrible, and the reason that their timing is horrible is because there is this disconnect
Mhm.
between the individuals up here in the Glass Palace, be it the city, the county, TSC, and the individuals that work down here. Such a big disconnect, and that goes back to my spiel with the bus stop. I mean, and look, there, and I don't care what anyone says, they're going out there and putting up bus stops because I'm bitching about it. So more power to us as a community, and more power to me for getting it done, which way, shape, or form that I've had to got it done. But the timing is terrible. Should have not broken down that bus stop in the middle of a school year. They should have waited till the summer. But again, that disconnect, they have no clue what happens down here. They
Mhm.
don't know that my kids from Matamoros use that bus stop. And that's unfortunate.
Mhm.
By the way, has AOB gotten banned? No, they're still there. Good evening. Do you know how much a teacher gets paid per hour? I'm not sure.
About $35.
An hour?
I think no, 46.
An hour?
I think so.
I don't think
No,
so, Maggie.
hang on.
isn't it salaried?
Yes,
It is, but when you break it down,
I
Well,
don't.
you didn't include the like 12 hours a day times five times six sometimes. Well,
no,
times
I
five.
average
And then,
I
yeah.
average about 46.
What
Why? Is that a lot?
for a librarian?
Hey, I have a master's plus 20 some, and the doctorate, you know how much more I get paid for the doctorate?
Uh-uh.
In a year. For the year, I get an extra $600.
That doesn't sound right.
Uh, I know.
At $46 an hour, working just 40 hours a day. That's about like almost 92,000.
If you work three, but we're not getting paid for 3 months.
Okay,
So
so
we're only getting paid for 9 months.
9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam. Sam, you got
It's
five damn
prorated.
kids, Sam. How the hell don't you know this?
It's because isn't like when you're in school they paid you those 3 months, weren't they? Is it only supposed to be like only substitutes that don't get paid in the summer?
It's prorated. They break it down and they divide your 9 month salary into 12 months.
Then they make a whole hell lot of money.
So that's why when people say we have summers off, I mean, we're still working. Anyway, I don't think it's true because so many teachers still work. Comments? Wake up. 30 minutes.
He's
Come
trying to get
on.
information on how to become a teacher.
What was that?
He's trying to get information on how to become a teacher.
Oh,
At what is
yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to get hired now. Yeah, Maggie's on. Get rid of the other guy. Sam, you got your haters too.
No, I don't think they're talking about Sam.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
I think so.
I don't think so. Hey, either
Trying. They let you talk, but like this city, what? Like city, they here. Somebody read it, please.
but like the city, they don't hear you. It's more just to shut you up. Jenna won't take me to a meeting because I will be kicked out of jail.
Well, it's so trippy because it's so true. It's like when have you seen the post the mayor has put up in regards to the making excuses for the freeze, saying like, well, it's the legislators' fault, it's the Abbott's fault.
Oh, you were talking about this earlier, and I was thinking that you hit on some things that I was thinking the same too. When he posted it, I would have appreciated him saying, look, this is what we've done so far.
Exactly.
What input do you have? Because as a librarian, as a professional, I will tell you, this is what I've done. This is what I've ordered. This is what my collection is. What input do you think that I am missing? But I'll tell you what I've done first.
Exactly. This is how
What?
deja el dentista comments. This is
It's true. They can see your phone, bro.
but this is what really trips me out and bothers me about the whole
Is the
thing.
dentist really texting you right now?
I'm going to
Oh my Lord.
I'm going,
And I don't care whether it's a bromance or romance, dude. You gotta let go for a minute.
he's nice too.
Still.
Oh yes, let me say it again. Part of the thing that really trips me out is like,
I'm like, do you not know he's going over this weekend?
Say that again.
Do you not know that he's going over this weekend?
To
Yeah.
Monterrey?
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about.
Are they pay? Is the dentist? Is he being your? What's it called?
Sugar daddy?
Yes, but like not necessarily in a romantic kind of way. Just is he being your mentor and paying for everything you do?
Mentor. Is he being am I being his chief of staff?
Yes.
That's the word we're looking for.
No, I didn't think about it when I said yes.
Yes.
I came out wrong.
Let me break it down for you, Maggie.
Am I great? Am I good or am I good? You got to admit I'm pretty good.
You're quick.
Well,
You're
let me say
quick.
what we were talking about is, guys, look, I want them to tell me what have you done better to make our life safer?
Mhm.
What have you done, Mayor? I don't want you to go out there and go like, well, this legislator have they done enough? We don't know, and the rates might go up, but we don't know. But shut up, Mayor.
And the other thing that really bothered me was, and how did it affect you? Really? Do you want me to go down the list of how it affected me? And I'm one of the lucky ones because I have a decent house where all I had to do was stay in bed and feel warm enough. But other people couldn't do that. We lost $350 worth of food. What else do you want me to tell you? It froze so much. It was so cold. I didn't get out of bed for 3 days. I mean, what is he wanting to know? How did it affect you? And I'm so glad someone put my friend's mother passed
Passed
away.
away.
And I don't mean it in a good way, but I'm glad someone brought it up and said, like like you said, Asmo, they're here and have no
No
clue.
concept clue.
There's no connection. There's no
None.
intersection. Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they didn't go through the crap that we all did. Well, y'all did because I was in Cancun.
Yeah, with Ted.
They did not go through all the crap that y'all went through
I
while
know.
you were. They didn't, and they don't care. At the end of the day, their life was okay. Their rates are going to stay the same. They're
Hmm.
still banking millions and millions of dollars of your money, so they don't
Hmm.
care. So all they care about is to make mention in regards to, well, it's everybody else's fault. We're trying.
Hmm.
I don't give a
Yeah.
rat's behind.
And someone pointed it out too. I know for a fact Jude Benavides and John Cowan live in a neighborhood that the electricity did not go out.
Did not.
Because I have a friend who's a neighbor, and I kept calling her to check to see if she had electricity, and she did the whole time. They never lost electricity.
And Juvenavi, this is the chair of the PUB.
PUB, I know. That's why I'm bringing it up because how convenient for the people who are in the know, in the connection.
Well,
They,
at the end of the day, it goes back to the resources, Maggie. They get all the best resources because anyone out there down south, most guys up by Rivera, and now because let me tell you, Brownsville Country Club people, y'all need to wake up because now y'all are being treated like the next Southmost.
mhm,
Y'all are being treated like the next Cameron Park, and I'm not even joking. People up in Brownsville Country Club, they should realize that you know what, you're getting screwed, guys, because what happens is those places up there, they don't get the resources. They don't get the nice fixed up streets. They don't get the new wiring, the new stuff that is brought up to the St. Joe people's place. The people where Jude Benavides, John Cowan, Trex Mendex, Roy, all these people live. That place gets
mhm.
top quality.
You're right.
And
Brownsville Country
horrible.
Club streets are going down. There's
Horrible.
there's through traffic now there from 802 to Alton Glore. No, 802 to Morrison Road. You can go through Brownsville Country Club. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
There's
San Marcelo.
San Marcelo, yeah. There's a way to cut through there and go through. So there's more traffic now, and those streets are horrible. They're getting to be really bad. Sorry, go on.
No, I agree. BIZ is becoming a Nazi culture, silencing everyone. Don't let them have a voice. Don't even let them even comment, neither in person or on Facebook or on YouTube. Well, that's one of the reasons why a lot of the people, have joined the Peanuts gang
Yeah.
and, have to make these posts like with a cute little redhead girl because they're so afraid of fear retaliation because it exists and they know that it's going to happen. Who knows, at any point in time, any teacher that goes out there and places a post on Facebook saying like, I did not was not given the opportunity to speak, they might also receive a cease and desist. Cease. What's it called, Maggie?
Cease and desist letter.
Maggie knows.
Hmm. Even though it is our First Amendment right.
Hmm. But you see how como de eso, Sam? Did you see that?
I saw it. I saw the way you.
Ben Benavides, how much should teachers be paid? What someone else is willing to pay for the job, free enterprise? Let me tell you, uh, and again, it may sound cliche. There's no price you could place on someone that is, educating your children and is doing a great job at educating your children. Because even in the teacher field, we know that you have those teachers that are amazing, that go the extra mile, and you got those teachers that are pieces of crap.
Mhm.
It's the way it is.
It's the way it is in every job.
And then this is why, guys, this is why some of the teachers they hated Erasmo Castro. They hated Erasmo Castro because even though Erasmo Castro is out there fighting for their rights, I'm not afraid to go out there and call out the crappy teachers out there. I'm not afraid to call out the teachers that go out and slap kids at Oliveira. I'm not going to hide a video where a teacher headbutts a student. I'm not.
Where
Headbutt.
was that?
Oliveira.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes. And again, it's not that, oh, Erasmo hates teachers, because that is the divide and conquer mentality that we were talking about, Sam. That's the
Yeah.
divide and conquer mentality.
I
They
remember
try to
seeing that video. It's like a little. It was over the line.
over the line. They try to put that in your head, teachers, and you fall for it. And that really trips me out because y'all are supposed to be educated. Y'all supposed to be educated to the point where You shouldn't fall for that crap. But
Mhm.
they make you fall for that crap because they go out there and say like, "Oh, you see, Erasmo hates teachers because he called out a teacher that headbutted a kid." I don't hate teachers, you stupid person. I hate teachers that butt head kids. Know the difference. I hate principals that steal $35,000 from the poorest students in our community. I hate those principals. And you know who I'm referring to, Burns Elementary.
And those are the things that we actually find out, and there could be many more.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It goes back to the 10%, Sam. 10% of the drugs that cross the Rio Grande is just a small percentage of what we find out about that. 10%. I'm talking about the 90% that goes out there.
Mhm.
100%. Same thing with all this other mess. If we come out here and we find out that a principal at Burns stole $35 million from our $35,000 from our students, well, guess how much more other principals are pocketing out there? And I'm not saying that all principals are bad.
Mhm.
But I don't want to. I don't want to hear the calls and the text messages. And ask me, why are you dissing our school? Why are you talking about it? We're a great school. Don't give me that crap, guys. There's all these little apples and oranges everywhere that shouldn't be there or should be doing a better job. It's a fact. I'm not going to hide for anyone. Anyone. Here comes a good comment. Sam, take it.
Teachers, nobody cares what you have to say to on a podium in a dog and pony show hosted by BISD. Come together. All of you don't show up to work till they listen to you. If two or three of you do it, there'll be repercussions. If the majority of you do it, they'll beg all of you to come back.
And Mike is 100% right. 100% right. The problem is the divide and conquer, Sam. We were talking about this. There is no unity. And that's what sucks. When you don't have a united front out there, when you've got some ass butt kissers out there, that is when you don't have progress. Because can you imagine if a great old number of and look, it happens, Maggie. And you've been a part of AOBE, working with AOBE. It
Mhm.
happens amongst the teachers union. You've got two teachers unions out there that are
Mhm.
out there in cahoots with a child molester. Out there counting votes for Minerva Peña. Two teacher associations out there.
Mhm.
Two,
Did you get the text message? The one, I guess, the teacher union to vote for Erin.
yeah, best.
I thought that was. I think it's AOB too, isn't it?
Oh God.
I'm
I
trying to
don't know.
find it real quick.
I don't know if Vero's on. She can tell me.
But you
Go
know,
on.
but
Sorry.
the
Yeah, it
problem,
is Veronica. My bad. It is Veronica Borrego about the
Yeah.
state rep for Erin.
yeah, I love Vero Borrego. They need to stay out of these races where it's ultimately not going to affect anything that they do or say or anywhere out there. Because what's going to happen is they're going to disassociate themselves from the individual that's probably going to win this race, which is Jonathan Gracia. And look, I have my things against Jonathan Gracia. I've come out and stated publicly, but his scorecard in comparison to Aaron Gomez is there, guys. And look, you can't deny the facts. Uh, Aaron Gomez has been nowhere. Maggie, what have
I,
you? What do you know of Aaron Gomez doing anything for teachers out there?
look, and I did. Oh no, this is a Vicente. I was gonna show you because I keep getting them. That's a whole lot of money that gets spent. But
Oh,
yeah,
millions,
huh?
millions is spent on that crap.
Yeah, like we're getting multiple ones. But yeah, I was thinking that scorecard doesn't look good,
It doesn't.
and it's unfortunate
It is unfortunate because at
because
the end of it,
people see this and only focus on that instead of
but
doing a due diligence.
exactamente. But look, and I mean, I've reached out openly to Aaron and to Jonathan. Come out and answer the tough questions. And look, I don't have a favorite in that race because if Jonathan comes out, I'm going to ask him, where were you the past 3 years? And I've said this openly, and I don't retract from it. Where have you been? But the same question could be asked from Aaron. Where have you been the past 1.5 year? 1.5 year, because 2 years ago she was out there pandering and begging and hugging people for votes. What have you done since?
What was she running for? Same thing.
State rep.
Okay.
It's on the scorecard you just showed.
Not
I
her.
think she had Vicente. She has
Yeah, I have
Vicentes.
Vicente Gonzalez and
No,
Jonathan.
you showed the scorecard of
Okay, the
Jonathan.
one
Yeah,
for
but
Jonathan.
That one, that scorecard.
Yeah, it only shows Jonathan's stuff. It doesn't. It shows no for her.
Yeah, that's her.
But what else has she done? She's a lawyer.
Nothing.
Oh,
That's the issue.
but
Nothing. So where do and again, I like Aaron, man, but show me something. You
yeah,
show me nothing in the past year and a half. And and look, you could get a hair up your butt all of a sudden and say, you know what, I want to run for office. Hey, I did that. That happened to me. But you've got to take the punch to the hiss, and you got to say like, well, what have you done? And at least when I ran for mayor the first time, at least I said, hey, I fought Fly Frontera, which I did. I fought Fly Frontera. I fought against Charlie Atkinson. I fought against Peruma. Did something. I was involved. I stood up to save TSC when they wanted to steal. I had done something, Maggie.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I could say this is what I've done as a public service. My question to Aaron Gomez, what have you done? And it's nothing against her, man. Again, nothing against Aaron Gomez. But what have you done? Show me something. Give me something to
Help
want to say,
me.
to want to help me, help you, help me, help you. So I can at least say, oh, she's done this. Sorry.
Sorry, it's my job.
But Erasmo, they don't hate you. It's the scared. If they take your side, BIC will monitor them, and then they crap hits the fan for them. It's not an open door policy. They hide behind those glass windows. My concern, Janet, and I understand there's some people like that. My concern that there's just some people out there go like, well, Erasmo's just out there talking smack.
Hmm.
No,
But it's crazy. Wouldn't you think that that's like a toxic workplace?
it is a
Like
toxic work.
having to like not be able to speak with your, I guess, your your higher ups.
You want to sleep with your higher ups?
Speak.
Speak.
Oh,
Speak with your higher ups.
well, you can't because this is part of the problem, Sam. Let's say all of a sudden a teacher goes up there and says to one of the AAs, "Well, you know what? I think that we would be better served if we change the curriculum this way, this way, this way." Automatically, the ego thing starts hitting in and going like, "You're going to know more than me. I'm the AA. Screw you. We're going to switch you off to a horrible school, and we're going to put you to teach kindergarten."
Hmm.
We're gonna send you to BLA.
BLA is a
No?
great school. I love BLA. I love
No,
BLA.
for some reason, no, and Erasmo's right. For years, and I'm talking having been in the school system for 27 years, for years, elementary is a punishment.
Yes.
If a principal got moved down to an elementary level, everybody saw it as a punishment. If a teacher gets moved down to kinder, it's seen as a punishment, which doesn't make any sense because all grade levels are important. All age levels are important, but anyway.
But it is. Let me tell you, it happened. Hey, look, I've taught before. I actually taught in Mexico in
Monterrey.
Monterrey, and let me tell you, I suffered that. They sent me from junior high up to fourth grade, and I almost had a heart attack. Those kids are terrible
But
because I
it's because that's not your thing.
no, it's not my thing. Because
Yeah.
I taught in private schools, and let me tell you, though, some of those kids are snotty as crap, man.
Yeah.
Snotty as crap. That's why I think I have this little distaste for the elite out there. A Nazi culture with the kids too. Kids are coping coping with social emotional issues like many adults with addictions. Instead of helping them with that, they announced today how they'll destroy them. Maggie, did you hear about this?
Is it the CDC and the masks and
Oh,
the social emotional? No, I missed it.
I missed it too. I need more info. The cute little redhead girl. But let me tell you guys, we're missing the mark on everything that all these guidelines that are being followed at the schools. Guys, it's over. This COVID thing is over. The mask thing is over. It's not working. And Maggie, one of the things that we said months ago, it's not going to work. They're not going to social distance. They're not going to wear their masks. Just drop it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah,
As long as it's a choice, I think. Now I'm
it
at
is
the
a choice.
point.
I'm at the point as well. It's a choice. Glad to see you back. Couldn't agree more. Thank you, Todd. We need more bike lanes and donations for Elon Musk for BISD.
We need more bike lanes. I agree. Sorry. And
Im-
I heard, I think it was this morning too. I was going to tell you. I think Sam said this morning we need more bike lanes.
Infuriating.
I know.
There's only one bike lane that I want to get fixed. It's going to be one of my next projects. It's the one down,
International.
the one on International. Have
Hmm.
you seen it, Maggie? It's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's horrible.
And you're right. What they said, people use it as a turning lane because it's not being used. There's too much
Because
traffic
people don't read
there.
the damn yellow book that they get from the DMV.
Huh?
People don't read the damn book that they get from the DMV.
Yeah.
What is that? It comes
That
down
you're
to
not
35. Comes to 35 to $40 an hour. Yes, my bad. That's amazing. I make $40 an hour. Damn, prostitution does pay. It depends on your years of service. So a person with 10 years might earn a daily rate of $300 pay.
Yeah.
I need that job. Totally in agreement. Do whatever you want, but we shouldn't change rules and laws based on your sexual orientation. Oh no, 100% no. I hate all this bathroom crap. I hate all this segregation. I hate all this. Trying to let's make a special day for people. Let's put up a special flag for them. S- Guys, if you want to be like the rest of us, then go out there and suffer like the rest of us. Don't get a free pass to the
No,
orange.
I don't agree with that because we have a Cinco de Mayo, even though that's not really the right correct day. It should be this 16 de septiembre. But we do have certain
Oh,
holidays for we do have certain holidays. We have Martin Luther King holidays, we have President's Day, we have certain things to
yeah.
honor. So
I'm
I
sorry, but
think like an LGBTQ kind of a day, fine.
you cannot compare Martin Luther King to someone out there wearing pink pom poms.
Don't
Cannot.
even go there.
Well, you can't.
Yes.
You can't compare. I'm sorry.
Don't
Even
they have like a Pride Month
We
or
can't.
yeah,
something?
Yeah, we got a whole month of Pride month.
we
That's
have a
fine.
whole
You,
month for Hispanic and a whole month for women
yeah,
and a
but
whole month
They have
for
also Black
nobody
History Month.
nobody
Black
does
History
anything for
Month.
Hispanic month. I mean, every
Yes,
month
we
is
do.
no, we don't. Every month is Hispanic month. Every day is Hispanic
In,
month for me.
in Brownsville,
Well, yes, that's what we're
the,
talking about. We're not talking
out,
about France.
outside of Brownsville,
Screw everybody else.
Anywhere
whatever.
else is just Cinco de Mayo and that's it.
No,
Yeah,
Like
but
to be honest,
look,
if you
look,
go,
I
if
don't,
let's say like
I
you're
don't.
in Boston or in DC or New York, it's just Cinco de Mayo. You go out, get wasted with tequila, and that's it.
yes,
Preach, brother.
but that's not it. But that's not right. But go on.
Yes, let people get drunk, Maggie.
They don't even know the history behind it. To be
Mm-mm.
honest, it's just Cinco de Mayo.
But
Margaritas are special, two
well, I
for
don't even,
one.
I don't even know why we do St. Patrick's Day except because you drink.
It's
Because we're
just
celebrating
Irish
yes,
heritage. That's all it is.
But it's not a drinking day. It's like
It just yeah,
the
because they
difference
drink,
the difference
so we
between
drink
Mexican.
together.
Yeah, the difference between Mexicans and gringos. The difference between Mexican and gringos is they don't need an excuse to go out and drink.
who doesn't?
Us Mexicans. No, they only pay you for 9 months, but they stretch your pay to fill the rest of the 3 months you didn't work. So your paycheck isn't big. But you get 3 months off. Let me tell you, there's not much I wouldn't do for 3 months off.
Not
I
off.
don't think it's off
It's
because they're
not off.
still they got to do
You
the
pay
planning.
attention. You need to pay attention to how many teachers A work during summer school to make extra money, and two do their own thing, pay out of pocket. That's when a lot of teachers take advantage of the time that they can go and buy stuff and get it laminated and pay for it out of their own pocket and sit at home cutting the stuff. Ask Sudi. She's come over to my house so I could help her cut. My daughter and I helped her cut.
Hey, superintendent, yeah, go ahead and cut Maggie's pay. Like, 20%. Sure. Trust me, I won't complain about it. Just go ahead.
No, but I do know that they're throughout the summer they're still doing stuff.
They
Either
still
learning
doing
about
stuff.
new programs or learning about new ideas to do their
Hello,
classwork,
hello, los frenos,
and then
superintendent.
right before
Los frenos, superintendent. Yeah, go ahead and cancel. Cut Sammy's check. What? He doesn't work? Oh, okay. So he doesn't work.
I thought you were gonna call Sam's wife.
I was hoping for that too.
I have on speed dial. The You and Improve Maggie and Sam show. Why do people want to exclude me all of a sudden?
And also, you're invited
Hey,
guest for the night.
bro! Congratulations, Gabriel, man.
Why?
Gabriel is now I think production from the the Brownsville Film Society. Is that right, Gabriel? Congratulations, man. It came out in the front page of the Herald. Congratulations, bro. Let me tell you, there's no
I
one
had
more
told you a
than
couple of weeks ago, though.
what?
I had told you about it a couple of weeks before. When it had
You
just
did.
came out, I told you about it.
Yeah, but I don't
And then
listen
it
to
didn't get posted until like a couple of weeks later.
yeah, but I don't listen about anything that has to do with
You
Gabriel.
don't. I've noticed that. Sam will make comments and you run right over them. And then later on, like 2 days later, you'll bring it up. And I'm thinking, didn't Sam bring that up 2 days ago?
Hey, superintendent, what did she say? Hey, Renee, did you get what she said? Could you repeat it back to me real quick? Quietly, let's go find out. Congratulations, Gabriel. You wouldn't text your dentist while he's giving a root canal. At least I hope not. Depends what root he's trying to canal. That's what I leave the dentist alone. And sugar daddy, great sex. TMI.
Yeah.
For all of us, that's a visual download.
I don't kiss and tell.
Yes.
Miss Librarian, is graphic novel very popular in your library right now?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Big time. Yes.
Would you like to elaborate? Because so people that don't know what you're talking about?
What in
Graphic
the world is
novel.
graphic novel?
Graphic novel is a combination of manga, kind of like a comic book, kind of like but Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Some people think of it as a graphic novel, but that one has cartoons with a lot of text. Graphic novels are more like imagine a comic book put together. Kind of help you
Imagine
understand.
Spider-Man when it was a comic book.
Hey,
Yes, but imagine a whole book about it. So then there's a whole series of there's a whole bunch of series. What are you doing?
Yvette,
What is that?
some volcano rocks.
Oh, she needs to get them.
Yes, Yvette, I've got
Oh
some.
my god! I just realized who this is.
It's Yvette.
I know. I think I went to school with her since elementary.
She's a librarian
Where?
up in Minnesota.
Oh, then it's not who I think it is. Sorry.
Yvette,
Maybe she moved over there, Maggie.
Yeah, I think I know who this is.
Yvette, I got you some volcano rocks from that little mini volcano that I visited while in.
Weren't you supposed to send her rocks from some other place also? Didn't you get rocks? Huh?
I did.
Oh, you did send them. Okay.
I'm still
actually,
waiting on my moon rocks. You said you were going to Mars.
oh yeah, Brownsville, on the border by the sea and beyond. I also have some fossils for you, Yvette.
Nice.
It's kind of trippy.
Is that for the classroom?
No, these are for her library. It's kind of trippy because I've never met Yvette, and she says, "Send me rocks," and I go, "Okay." And I sent her rocks. I sent her rocks in the mail, and I'm sometimes wondering. I go like, I wonder if anyone like from the post office going like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" Sending.
Yeah.
Love you, Yvette. Do you think we should pay you more for your degree or for what you contribute to society?
No, I think you should pay teachers for the time and effort that they put in. And how many professions go home and still put in extra hours and don't get paid for that? Not many.
Well, I think still, if you have, I'm sorry, but if you went out there and you put yourself through a couple more years of school, I think you should get paid a little bit more. If you're
It's like
No, but
when you
you
guys are
don't
saying
get
that it's like between, let's say it's between 40 and 50 an hour, and then I'm thinking like this teacher was saying that she'll make more in HEB, but they get paid like starting like, well, it's like between 13 starting pay, and then managers are like at 18, 19, $20 an hour. Like, how does that even compare?
because teachers are putting in 60 to 70 hours. And if you were doing 60 to 70 hours at HEB, you'd be getting paid all that extra stuff.
but not all teachers.
Okay, so
or just wait, go
it's
back
a
on-
flat rate though, right?
Yeah,
Is
no,
that
not all
8
teachers.
hours
I
and
know.
that's it.
Do you mean me for my degree or like any teacher?
No,
for
like
their
a teacher,
bachelor's?
like
Anyone.
a teacher.
And she like makes the question, then rushes off.
Hi.
We're here, Maggie. I wonder.
I've got distractions
You got a beautiful cat.
too.
I wonder
What?
who sits on the seat during the checkup, the one doing the root canal. Good evening, Lucy. Place your food outside when the electricity goes off. As long as the temperature is 32 degrees or lower, then your food is safe.
Had we known we were not going to have electricity for 56 hours, we'd have put everything outside.
56 hours, Maggie?
56, I counted them. That was last year, a year
Damn.
ago.
I don't think that a lot of yeah, I agree with Maggie.
I'll be knocking at that guy's freaking door.
I think a lot of people out there were like just like going like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it felt. I think a lot of people started to think like, are we in a third world country or something? Because
And not to sound bougie, but most people have an extra fridge in their garage, right?
yes,
So we didn't lose just one fridge worth of food. We lost two fridges worth of food. And we kept saying that had we known it was going to last that long, we would have put everything outside. It was colder outside than in our fridge.
it was. And again, I just think it caught. And look, I understand when Trey said when Trey said unexpected. Again, I understand that no one expected it to go as far as it did, or as long
Yeah.
as it did. That part I can understand. My concern was back then, and continues to be prepared for something.
Yeah.
We were prepared for nothing.
And then take it into consideration, my parents, their lights kept going on and off, on and off. They were without electricity for maybe 6 hours at a time, and then it would come back for a couple of hours, and then they'd be out for 3 hours at a time, and then it'd come back for a little bit. It took me 2 or 3 days. What are you pointing at?
That Trey lives down St. Joe area. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It took me 2 or 3 days to convince my parents to come and stay with us when we finally got electricity out. And I got some of the way I convinced my parents is I posted on Facebook so that my cousins in Mexico would call her up and tell her to just come with me. I mean, that was the only, I feel like I had to peer pressure my mother into coming over here because she wanted to stay at her house because she kept thinking the electricity was going to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people were like that. Like, well, it's going to come up sooner or later.
Yeah.
And
And
then
what
the
about the people who don't have kids to come in and take care of them?
and let me tell you honestly, look, I pray. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, Erasmo's laughing about people's
No.
situation because he was in Cancun." Guys, it's inconceivable to me.
Mhm.
4 days without electricity, guys.
Mhm.
Inconceivable for me.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't get it. Who is the principal of Oliveira? She's Sylvia Atkinson's friend.
I don't know.
Medina, Principal Medina. Can't remember the name. Any word on the kid that got head stomp? Prayers. I'm getting two conflicting stories saying that the kid that got his head stomped was being the bully and got his butt kicked, and then other people are saying that that's not the case. I don't know, but I think the kid is doing okay, and the other kids in Juvie. I wanted to reach out to BSD about an opportunity with the Texas Wild Life Management, but they didn't even answer my phone calls. They're not going to. ¿Cuáles son tus favoritos principals and assistant principals? I will say I love. I have a lot of respect for the principals. I won't say love. I have a lot of respect for the principals at Champion, Falk, Canales. Um,
Porter. I love Mary.
What's your last name again?
Okay. Mary
Porter?
Solis.
Yeah.
um,
Erasmo.
Look, I like Mary Solis. I like Mary. My issue with Mary Solis is her closeness to Rose Longoria and to
Oh.
all that Atkinson people. And again, I've always had the utmost respect for Miss Solis. Utmost respect for Miss Solis. Just I cannot get over that connection that she has with Sylvia Atkinson and Rose Longoria. I cannot. Rose Longoria was the butt kisser for Minera Peña. The butt kisser for Minera Peña. And that's the only reason she has the job that she has right now. The only
Who?
reason.
Mary?
Rose Longoria.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say Mary, I think, but again, Mary and I are good friends. Mary, I think, keeps it very professional and she follows the rules.
Again, I have utmost respect
Yeah.
for Miss Solis. I mean, someone I got along with very, very well and worked with very, very well. My is that
Then,
connection.
but that might be also, those are friendships that started before. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those are lifelong friendships from junior high,
I
high
understand.
school.
But I want individuals that are going to be out there and continuously fight against the corruption that is there, even if it's their friends, buddies, compadres, even if there were friendships before it. And I'm sorry, she was. And again, I don't want to go into it because I like Miss Solis. I really, really do. It's just all those connections that I have issues with. Because anything dealing with Sylvia Atkins, and let me say, guys, and I don't, I think I've said this before. For all the people out there, they don't know the hell that it was being a board member during that time. They don't. It's hard to grasp or understand when everyone on the board turned their back on you and tried to accuse you of being a child molester,
Mhm.
tried to accuse you of cocoreando with students, accused you of having sex with you. This is everyone on the board. This is the power of the district with its $500 million budget. This is the district attorney. Everyone out there. And again, and I had this conversation with a former board member, friend of mine, we're friends again. And I'm not going to say mention the name, but we had the conversation. And I said, they came at me with everything. And I'm still at Asmo Castro. And the reason that I'm still at Asmo Castro, because there was not a lick of proof of truth to the accusations that were made.
Yeah.
Because Maggie, you know this.
I
If
know.
if one
I believed it.
one smidgen was
Yeah.
true, I would not be out here.
And someone, I'll say it. I didn't know Erasmo then, and I was like, oh, did you hear? I mean, yeah, we were all like that. So yeah, it damages your reputation easily when you start messing around with those kind of uh
Accusations.
gossips. Yes.
But not a smidgen was true. Not a smidgen. And
Yeah.
let me tell you, and the way that we know that it wasn't true is because they let they moved it all the way to Homeland Security for Homeland Security Task Force to do an investigation. They found absolutely, positively nothing
Yeah.
because they lied. And again, and so it's very, very hard for me to go back and say, well, they're just friends with Sylvia Atkinson and Minerva Pena. Screw those women. Drew Brown, screw you, Drew Brown. You're a racist piece of crap. Prissy, you're a follower. And you followed Sylvia Atkinson down that hole. You trusted Sylvia Atkinson. She was dragging the whole district and the city of Brownsville down that hole. So screw all of y'all.
But you don't accept like live and learn?
uh, and that's one of the arguments that they try to give me about Prissy.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? It's just so difficult for me because you all didn't see the smirks, the backlash, what happened behind closed doors in that
Okay.
executive boardroom. Let me tell you, era una déspota, déspota. I
I
mean, the
never know
way
what that word means.
a despot, a
Yeah.
despot, despot. The way she would scrunch on that food and smirk like, well, you said this and you posted this, and that disgusting face that she would make at us. I mean, it's still vivid in my mind because at the end of the day, I was screaming and fighting to do what's right at the district. I screamed and fought when they were trying to protect that principal from Burns that stole $35,000 from. I screamed at them, and it's all recorded. I mean, you'd have to get a judge's order to pull it out of executive session, but I fought against them. I fought against them every time they tried to move up a compadre. I fought against them when the funds started to go missing. I fought against them with the barber. I did. I mean, I spent most of my time at that boardroom back there being Erasmo Castro. The same Erasmo Castro that comes out here and screams his ass off every day is the same Erasmo Castro that was back there because I don't change. I haven't changed and I will never change.
Yeah, and I mean, because you bring up Drew Brown all the time, and I like her, and I don't want to believe what you say is true, because, and I know you're making a face and you're gonna go off on a tangent. I know, and I don't mean for you to. I'm just saying that's not my experience. So
There's your next move right
yeah,
here.
She's a piece of crap. She knew Sylvia Atkinson was bringing in the cartels to BISD. She knew. She knew, and that's what pissed me off because she could have done something about it. She did nothing. And I have proof that she knew about the damn cartels coming into BIZ. Now, is anyone out there comfortable with this piece of crap out there bringing in these folks, these individuals into BISD, permitting Sylvia Atkinson to pocket all that money?
Um,
She knew. She she knew. I saw a video and I thought you were acting, but wow, I had to see it a few more times. Unbelievably unacceptable. A teacher should never hit a child. No, it was like that. My kids didn't go to school until today. I got home from picking them up, and I was surprised to see that they left me a notice stating that if I didn't send them, I was going to get charged with truancy. Screw
truancy.
them. Take me to court with you. I will go out there and I will go out there and fight that truancy charge with you. Increase of pay, yes, pero no una baba. I know that something is better than nothing, but come on, McAllen teachers got how much? About teachers speaking up, it will be a short-lived due to retaliation. Hence Maggie's comment, jeopardizing one's job, which is already at low salary. Most teachers have nothing to fall on. They
Mhm.
have their degree. This is why educationists are reluctant to speak up and voice their concerns. By the way, 3 minutes to speak will not suffice, just like the last phrase. Preach, brother. That's a good one. I was even willing to come off the air for that.
You say teachers can, we have our degree, but in Brownsville it's limited what you could do.
No, exactamente. You're going
I
to have
mean, now there's more of an options. Now there's a lot of online choices. There's way more, and because of COVID, there's way more choices that teachers have, and that's what's happening is they're taking up those choices and they're going to go find a different job that they can either work from home virtually or do completely different. But Brownsville were limited, and if we all walked out, I don't doubt it that we would all get fired,
no
or it's called
impossible
abandonment of job.
dereliction of duty,
Thank you. You
and
know,
it's impossible. They could not do it, Maggie. They could not get rid of 5,000, 3,000 teachers. They couldn't.
you're not going to get that many people walk out though.
1,000 teachers. They could not replace a
You're
thousand
not going to
teachers.
get that many people walk out. You're not.
50?
You're not. I mean, and I'm going to say it. A lot of teachers were talking about it during the COVID time. That
Yeah.
was brought up in a lot of social media, and there was a lot of people going on. Yeah, heck yeah, yeah. When you've got kids stuff to pay, yeah.
Well, sometimes you got to lose that stuff. Take a
Mhm.
hit. I've taken hits before in my life. I took a hit while I was on the BISD board, and
But you don't have, no, I know, and I understand, but you
everyone
don't
laughed.
have a family to worry about,
And
and
every
that's, I
and
think that's totally different, Erasmo.
I have my parents, I have my family that
No,
had
no, no, but you don't have
had
like
to go through the
someone depending on you financially. No, because that's
Oh,
another
well,
thing. Like,
that's a different. I'd rather lose financial than lose name, Maggie. So I mean, you can't compare. I mean,
no, I think it's also
you cannot compare losing a paycheck to losing a reputation to being sidelined as someone that is unapproachable, someone that you should not have anything to do with. Can't
oh
compare.
yeah, but we're not. That's not. We're not comparing the same thing. We're not talking about teachers leaving their job for if like what you went through. That's not the same thing. We're not comparing that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about leaving your job. Yeah, teachers will leave their job because if you get that, or you're going to fight it if you get accused of something like that. But leaving the job because you're not getting respected, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, teachers with comfy jobs don't give a rest about the teachers getting screwed. They're willing to screw their fellow teachers just to keep their comfy jobs.
I think that's in all professions.
So true. Mike Pineapple. Unfortunately, there's too many compadrismo within the district, and people teachers fear retaliation and being
And
blackballed.
that's what I was going to say too. Teachers are for too long. There's a fear of retaliation.
Great show, guys. I have to go. Elon wants to show me his rocket, and I'm not talking about the one. Teachers are afraid. They don't want to lose their job and have to start again in a new place. Unfortunately, some teachers have been at a campus for 10 years
Mhm.
plus years and don't want to start new somewhere else. Hey, I was there February 17, 2010, when the vote failed to give TSC to UT. I was there, Fly Frontera. Preach! It
Did
was,
you know her then?
yes,
No.
of course I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know Lolita. Was it 2011? I honestly can't remember. I think it was 2010. I understood sleep too. Tell my pineapple how they'll charge teachers with their election of duty. Erasmo's still smart. or abandoning their post. You can lose your certification from the state of Texas if you walk out. You know, and going back to state representatives, guys, there's something that's got to be done about this, man. About teachers being not being able to look at what happened in Chicago. Was it Chicago the one where a lot of teachers walked out and
Hmm.
they got what they wanted?
Because it's a union.
We have to change things up at the state level, guys, but we're not going to change it while we keep on sending to Austin these individuals that don't give a rat's ass about us. I don't know. Maybe I'm a dreamer. KG is the most fundamental
Mm.
foundation of all children. If students don't learn in KG, they will be lost forever. CBI's these press conference of vaping. Got you. I hate that they want to go out there and give felonies to students. We need to take. We need to take school out of government hands back to private education. Maybe. So all
When
kids.
was it? Wait, when was it private education?
Oh, when the Catholic schools, the churches, and everybody else was having their hands in it.
Like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, there was a time where it wasn't a public thing. It was more of a
No, I know. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I was like, but that's not been around for like hundreds of
Like
years.
it's been a while.
yeah,
Yeah,
Little House on the Prairie days.
yeah.
All kids that have survived the COVID pandemic are all dealing with emotional issues. I don't completely agree with this, but it's okay.
I
COVID is,
completely agree.
yeah, COVID has caused trauma to all, and children are not immune.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
not
think
not going to completely agree. Okay.
I think it completely caught teachers off guard how much it was going to affect the kids from staying at home. This is not something we were expecting.
Well, then the Republicans were right.
Yeah, to a point, yes.
Yeah.
But at the time, we weren't worried about that. We were more worried about keeping them alive
So the Republicans
because we
were
didn't know
right.
any better.
So
No,
the
they're not always right. To a point. That's
Republicans
why it's good to have
finally,
the it's
finally
right
got
it's good to have the right wing of the bird and the left wing of the bird so that you can
finally got
fly.
finally got Brownsville AOC.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes teachers don't even need to say it. They should. They should, but of course, BISD, the tyrant students vouch for what happens, which I am glad. So the new motel that's going to get built is for the SpaceX people. Basically,
Where is it at?
it's is it Alton Glor? No, Morrison Alton Glorson.
Yeah, it's in within that huge area. It's gonna be within 5 acres.
Where that
Um,
curve is on
around
Morrison?
there. Yeah, because they're planning on doing like a little road behind there connecting Alton Glow and Morrison.
Where Johnny Rockets across the street from Johnny Rockets?
No, that's
No,
Morrison
you're on the other side.
on the side.
Okay.
Over there
Behind
by is it Home Depot?
Michaels? Behind
Yeah.
Michaels?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Michaels.
Uh,
The craft
even
place.
no.
No, Maggie.
Um,
Morrison, down Morrison, over there by Military Highway.
you know where
Oh,
Starbucks
further
is at?
that way. Okay, got it. Got it.
Starbucks.
I got it.
Well,
I got it.
not Starbucks. McDonald's, Academy.
Doctor's
Yeah.
degree.
Got it. Whatever.
What? That's because these idiots confuse their sexual orientation with gender. There's only two genders, male and female. The key to succeed and teach our children is by connecting with them first. If you don't connect with some kind of bond, children will not learn at all because of their traumas in their life. Trauma affects child and adults. 2 or 3 children deal with trauma. Yes, I'm Irish. What part? Which part? The lower part? Ask. I like Janice. It's my friend. Ask
I know.
Siri. She could take it. Listen to the conversation. We shouldn't have any of those days. F the government. Take care of yourself. Basically, every weekend is Cinco de Mayo for Mexicans. Remember them, Mateo. If teachers fought as hard as their dignity, like the LGBTQ, then they would be running the town.
But Mateo, honestly, and I've been an educator for 27 years, 28 years, in education for 31 years. Erasmo's right. There's been history of retaliation. And it's not just BISD.
No,
It's across. It's a profession that has not been treated with the respect that it deserves, unfortunately. And so we have to meekly do what we're told to do many times.
too
For
many, too many
years.
times.
Huh?
Too many times.
Yeah, for
Most,
years, for decades. And so,
but,
uh,
but I think one of the things about Dale saying is so true. If 6,600 people, 6,600 people would go out there and become a part of the electoral process,
oh yeah, for sure.
they would
Yeah.
control every
Oh
single
yeah. If
race, every single race,
teachers went out there and voted and made and had their friends vote and family members vote, yeah.
and all
You
staff.
wanna
All,
you wanna you wanna hear a crazy idea? Imagine if all the board members were kind of like Erasmo. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
it'd be awesome. No,
Those were like always like looking
no,
up for new
and
things, you know?
let me say, I wouldn't want a board full of Erasmus. I'd love a board where they would accept the different beliefs and ideals of different individuals because coming together as a group would make would make it better. But the problem is the 4-3, and in my case, at most of the time it was a 5-2, and then towards the end it was a 6-1, and that sucked.
And what was it that just totally brought me up? Something you said right now reminded me something you said this morning that I was thinking we should have the city commissioners listen to webinars made by Erasmo, because you've got some good ideas about the city, and then some people just about developing the city. I sound like such a fan, which I'm not really,
It's
kind of.
true. No, but it's true. And look, part of and let me hide this real quick. Part of the it's not even complicated, man. Why was I an amazing board member? I was an amazing board member because I actually interacted with students, with custodial workers, with cafeteria workers. I would go to counselors, to nurses, and to teachers. I have conversations with them. I am the only board member ever, and my people at the Food Nutritional Service are not going to let me lie. I was the only board member ever to go into a cafeteria during the morning while they were having breakfast and sit there with them. Sit there
Yeah.
with them. Just listen. What do we need to do for you?
Okay, so
They were
Sam,
shocked.
I didn't tell you this story, did I? Erasmo? I met somebody. I was talking to somebody who's an educator. I won't say any names, won't say age. Also, so you don't have an idea. And I was asking about did they know Erasmo Castro, and they were like, oh yeah, that person used to come and visit us on our campus. No idea what I was talking about the show. They just knew you had been to their campus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I can see that. Oh, I know what you were talking about. You were talking about the how Brownsville has not developed commercially the way McAllen has,
Has it?
and economically. And you were talking a lot about what you were saying. I think it's true. It's just I wish more people would not go in it for themselves.
Yeah, and again, it's so unfortunate because I mean the pictures are there, the evidence is there. We were going someplace,
Yeah,
we were the hemisphere to the Americas. That was one of our previous names.
I
We were
remember.
we were going somewhere,
Hmm.
and all of a sudden you get all these damn Mexicans in there, and they start pocketing the money,
I don't think it
pocketing
was
the money. Well,
Mexicans, but
and I'm saying it because that's when the city commission started to change, and you used to have all these gringos on there, and everything was like going someplace, and then and this is I'm sorry, this is what McAllen had. They had all these Othel Brands and all these other people out there, and they
yeah,
they 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 went up there.
that's like in
Brownsville,
the 80s.
about no, I'm talking about back in the 60s, 70s.
Okay.
And this is what happened with Brownsville. Brownsville started to get all these Mexicans in there that were more of the crab mentality, like screw everybody else. I'm going to
Mhm.
look for myself, and then we don't get an Aztec land, But look, and again, and I'm going to say the Gringos, and I don't care, guys, because I mean I'm not out there trying to pander anybody's vote. But Maggie, where did the zoo come from?
Where did the what? The zoo from Gladys Porter?
That,
You mean like from a
yeah,
white person with
yeah,
money?
yes. And let me tell you, and this was going toward, and we had one of the top 10 zoos in the valley, in the country, because
Yeah, I remember.
these individuals were focused on Brownsville and community as a whole. And I'm sorry, then come them damn Mexicans out there, and they take over the city commission, and they take over all these, and they make up these boards and committees, Maggie. They make them up. so that they could pocket more of the money. I was having a conversation with someone today, an elected official, and they said, "Erasmo, did you know that they expanded the historical district so that they could get more money?" And I go like, "Well, yeah, I've just been
Yeah.
screaming about it like for months now."
Mm-hmm.
you know and that is what happened. So we don't have no Aztec land. We don't have a zoo anymore. We've
Yeah.
got a chicken and dog and cat show out there. That's what we have. And it's unfortunate because we used to have elephants, we used to have giraffes, we used to have
Are
stingrays.
the camels still there?
I don't even know the camels are still
We
there.
used to have polar bears.
We had polar bears, I
Mhm.
remember. We have nothing anymore. And that's what's unfortunate, because Brownsville was going like this back in the 50s and 60s. I mean,
Mhm.
Maggie, we had Amelia Earhart, Maggie.
I know. Oh, I heard you talking about it today too. Yeah, my husband always goes on and on about Amelia Earhart and
Charles Lindbergh.
Charles Lindbergh also being out here in the at the
Here,
airport.
Maggie.
Yes.
Here.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
couldn't even bank on that.
Yeah.
You know? We couldn't, because anyone with their right mind, Maggie, would have called the airport the Amelia Earhart Airport,
Yeah.
the Charles Lindbergh Airport,
And
and
you were
would start
making a good
working
point.
it.
It's the SPI airport. Why are we not taking it, using it to our advantage with SPI? You're right. We
At
don't,
Mon-
I don't, why are we not like that? And I was thinking about it this morning. Solvent greenest people. It's like you want them to get it.
yeah.
Hello. Que
And
se
Sam,
les prenda el foco.
Sam didn't know what solving greenish people.
You're going to have to
That's
sit down and watch a bunch of movies.
it's amazing.
Just keep on adding more to my list.
Yes.
Clockwork Orange, Maggie.
Is it? I was going to say it's a book too.
I think so
I was
too.
trying to remember which one it
It might
was,
be
but yeah.
Solving Green, but anyway. And again, the point that I was making this morning is just very, very yes. Boswell as well. Boswell in the city of Harlingen. Again, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
not to the degree as the Othel Brands, but Boswell did an amazing job. But let me say, Maggie, again, the South Padre Island is owned by 90% Mexicans.
Yeah.
Monterrey, 90%. We have the Brownsville South Padre Island International Airport, and we have zero flights going to Monterrey.
Yeah.
Just think
Why?
about that.
Why? I know, and it's irritating.
Irritating. Let's go through the comments real quick, and then we'll stop. Summer school, summer curriculum, summer studies, planning for the new school year. This is always something to do. Teachers and staff deal with a lot of stuff, mental issues, and usually teachers and staff are in their own stability. 100%. Talk to us at RGV Cell welcomes the newest co-host at Osmo. Preach.
Hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate. We were supposed to keep that secret, but I guess Royal wanted to announce it before.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
on another show.
Ah,
You're gonna be on another show.
I think so. Volcano Rocks. What the hell, guys? I'm going with these comments, but I want to get to this one. Can y'all begin? Can y'all begin from the beginning? Frankie, I'm expecting a text from you soon. Let me go back. Sorry, guys. Let me go into.
That was your what the hell?
Yeah, is
Yeah,
that
what the
the?
hell? Isn't he killed during rehearsals on the set?
I don't
Maggie,
remember what
after
that,
6 hours of no electricity, this is when you should have figured out to do something with your food.
because we kept thinking the lights were gonna come back on.
Without electricity for 3 days here, it's
Yeah,
horrible.
we
I
kept
had my
thinking.
electricity on the time, not a text grid. Thought, although I live in Brazil. I'm 16 and making 15.5 an hour. Angelo, you're going places.
Nice.
With HEB, you're going
Mm-hmm.
places, my man. Love you, Baba. Luckily, I had gas, but darn, it was freaking cold. It was. Uh, tried driving congested intersection with no traffic lights during. I was the nerve wracking that night. Was scary. It was horrible. I was there, no police presence in the busy intersection during the horrible freeze. At day 3, I think the city put up stop signs. Duh. It was stupid. The elementary in front of Oliveira has a great principal, amazing teachers too. I love Eggley Elementary. How much did you make as a board member? Zero. Uh, I can't see. Obligations and privileges are two different animals, 100%. Who is the teachers' union representative? Why aren't they the spokesman of the teachers in Paris? They should be. Trey, please ask Elon if we would like to donate a few things to the library in Minnesota. I have students that loves everything space. He's not going to do anything. Do y'all know whatever happened to Mr. Shull from Cell? He died, didn't he?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I think somebody called Shull passed away. I was told by a school staff member that my daughter's teacher was out for COVID. Eventually, the entire class tested positive. I was giving this info from a staff member and a few parents. Yep. Griselda, I'll fight it with you. How much is BIZ going to pay for summer school? Time and a half. Wrong. My father
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's time and a half.
less.
It's usually like $35 an hour.
Oh, no, that's more than time and a half. Wrong. My father. I'm horrible at that. My father went to a one-room schoolhouse. Well, you're old.
Do you know who Todd is?
Yes, barn find. He's also from up north. I love Todd. He's German.
Wait,
Nope.
I went to the school because I went to spread his ashes over there to for my dad's in San Fernando, but it was like inward into the where they had found that those what's it called? You know, a while back the Cartel del Golfo had killed a bunch of people and had put them
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Okay,
The
well,
40
his
graves
school
or
was
something.
yeah, that one. It was like 70 people or something like that. Well, anyways, his school was around that area. And when I went to go spread his ashes, I went to go see the school, and it was just like 5 buildings, like 5 rooms.
Crazy.
But rather, he said that the one room school. That's what. Never mind. But that's what I meant to say.
I've seen BIZ maintenance personnel clearing out land on Robindale just past BIZ warehouse. Do we know what they're going to build out there? No, but I don't think they're going to build anything. I don't think they have any money to build anything. Like I said, connections with people is key to progress. Listing, having a plan and follow up. Let's go quick. Good night, y'all. Good night, member. A lot of citizens in Brownsville have great ideas. The thing is that no one listens to them. Erasmo is a voice. He's the voice in the that voice that cries in the wilderness. Yes, perfect. I love you. No, send me a text message. And also speak the truth. McAllen had Othel Brand. Yeah, 100%. Brownsville used to be the best city in the RGV before the mid 70s, 100%. I think it all went down there in the 70s. What about Boswell Harden? Is he moving the city? Harden is implementing terms so Boswell can't run. He's been there for 20 years. Do you think the reason why things are not progressing because Hispanics are lacking proper education from discrimination? No. The problem is that Hispanics sell themselves so cheap for a plate of chicken plate, a plate of food, un plato de lentejas. And it's something that's not new. It's happened in
And what do they
forever.
call it? That crab mentality where they're just when one's going up, the other one just brings it down.
Down.
Yeah.
You should move the city commission and school board places Zoom, make you Zoom matter. Make zoos matter. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you, my more. Guys, any last words? Great. Guys, social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. You still believe in all that crap? Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll be back here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. That
Do you
was a
need to go
quick.
to the bathroom?
No, I didn't have to go. You
Oh,
did. There was a quick.
yeah.
That was a very quick hour and a half, Maggie.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fast. But great. Appreciate it, guys. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. Be here or be Sammy. Este, guys, be good to each other and please continue to be good to me. God bless.